Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Myranda Golla, and this is a quick training on how to start eliminating your headaches and migraines today. So for those of you that don't know me, maybe you're new to me, my passion is helping people eliminate their headaches and migraines naturally without drugs and surgery. I personally used to have migraines, like 6 days a week migraines, in the floor vomiting migraines. So I don't live that life anymore. I'm pain-free and I did it all naturally, and I'm here to help you do the same. So if I was going to start today, what I would do to eliminate my headaches and migraine is 3 things. Number 1, tracking. You need to track everything. I will attach a headache tracker to the link on this video, the one I created, but you can even start to, if you can't download that, just get a pen and paper. I want you to start tracking where your headaches are, when they start, but I also want you to keep track of all your foods and even things like gum. Anything that crosses your lips, I want you to write it down. So when you walk through the kitchen, grab a handful of nuts, write that down. When you're in the lounge, if you drink something, write that down, because we need to know everything. The reason this is important is because sometimes a food can take more than a day to show up. It's not immediate. So you may be 2 or 3 days later and you have a headache or a migraine and don't know where it came from. We need to go back the last 2 or 3 days and see what you ate, see what was going on to figure out what your headache or migraine was from. So I would just put the date, everything you ate, everything you drank, all those kind of things. And if you did anything different, like if you had a really bad, stressful day, write that down. You know, someone was yelling at you, you got caught in traffic, write that down, because those are important as well. So number 1, tracking. Number 2, I want you to start looking. So 1 is tracking, 2 is looking. Like I said, sometimes a food or something can take a couple of days to kick in. So for me personally, it's about 36 to 48 hours after I eat that food is when the migraine comes in. And it's sometimes you think you discount it because it's healthy food. I'll tell you, I had a patient. I read food diaries in my practice, and so she brought in her food diary. She had a massive migraine, and we were looking, and I was trying to figure out where her migraine was coming from. Lo and behold, the migraine was from a plate of blackened tilapia and seasoned vegetables sauteed. As a physician, I'm like, yeah, eat the blackened tilapia and the vegetables. But the blackened seasoning had MSG. And if you're not familiar with MSG, it's a huge headache and migraine trigger, and they hide it. They hide it in our seasonings, they hide it, it's in all the ranch dressings, and so it's in a lot of things. It's a preservative. It also cheapens the food, and it's a neurotoxin. So it's very toxic to your nervous system. So for me personally, that's one of my biggest migraine triggers. I can tell you within, moments of eating it, it probably had MSG. And then those are like your flavored things too, like the dill pickles, sunflower seeds, and things like that. That's all got MSG. So be sure you're looking out for MSG, and also remember it can take a couple of days. So this patient, I think she was about 48 hours out from eating that tilapia that got the migraine. So had she not kept track of her foods, we may have never known, where to eliminate this headache. All that simply took was her buying more organic, natural seasonings and not, restaurant seasonings. So when I go to a restaurant, I usually just say salt and pepper only. Don't use seasonings on my stuff. And so if your chef's, okay with that, they'll oblige. But if not, find a new place. And so that was number 2, is looking back into that food log, back into your life. Okay, I had a really stressful day. Is probably a stress headache. So it could, because so for me personally, my stress headache is the next day. So if I had a really bad Thursday, Friday I might have a headache because of the stress. So that is one thing you need to start looking at. And number 3, surroundings. So you're gonna look at your surroundings, see what you can eliminate that might have some toxins. So for my husband, he cannot do fragrances. We only do essential oils in our house. So let's say he goes shopping with me. We walk through Kirkland's, or we walk through, walk by a candle store. He's going to get a headache probably within the next day. And his headache is mightily triggered by toxins. So, look through your house and your car. Do you have the plugins? Do you have the little Glade stuff? Anything like that? I want you to start eliminating, take it out for a month and see how you feel. I promise you your house won't stink. And if it does, use some good quality essential oils, even cleaners. I've seen many a headache from cleaners and laundry detergents. So maybe go to fragrance free for a little while and see how you do with that. I had one patient, one of her migraine triggers was the downy scent fresher things that she was putting in. So sometimes it's as simple as that. So I want you to look at your surroundings and see what you can eliminate that may have toxins in it. And these things are hormone disruptors. Fragrances, artificial fragrances especially, are hormone disruptors, and they're in everything. So I want you to start eliminating those. Maybe go without your perfume for a couple of weeks just to see how you do. So those are my 3 tips for you to start eliminating headaches and migraines today. Remember, that is tracking everything. You're going to start looking back into that food diary to see if there's any patterns that develop. Because you might notice, okay, every time I eat corn, I have a headache. Or every time I have something with almonds in it, I get a headache. So that is why it's so important to keep that going. And usually keep it going for a few months just to see patterns. I know in school, in college, we had a olive garden about 2 blocks from our college. So for a college kid, that's a cheap lunch, the $5 soup, salad, and breadsticks back before inflation, and within 36 hours, I'd be in bed with a migraine. And we figured out that the salad dressing, the soup, and the little garlic sprinkle on the breadsticks all had MSG because we looked for ingredients. And so it can be, if you think you're doing healthy and you're trying your best, and I'm guilty as well. And so those are things that I want you to start looking at, your salad dressings and any flavoring, any sauces, those kind of things I want you to look at. So anyway, that was my 3 tips to start eliminating your headaches and your migraines today. As always, if you need more help, reach out. That is my passion, my goal in life. I work with people from all over the globe, and I'm here to help you. I'm here for you. So if you want more help, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you and have a wonderful day.